double back.
Just keep your eyes open.
Nothing suspicious here.
Don't need bombs for this. See to fall apart.
Tell me you found something. Move up.
Why they have to put more guys on this?
saw what happened. Yes. Getting worse, he says. Can't just take time off. I know that. But there's got to be enough. Look, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? Got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talis Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilet complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. Ark territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police?
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Gollum City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis, one that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utelek complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an Ark prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past Ark's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
You really believe Ark is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
Ark has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Gollum City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Gollum isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to Talus Rucker and bring him in, Agent.
You ask me, Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
No. I like my limp. Keeps me honest. You ready to light out?
Chicane, you get along like this with everyone on the task force, or are you just going out of your way for me?
I got a speech, Jensen. Just one. Got it memorized, too. So I'd suggest you do the same. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not your pal. I'm not your buddy. Don't try calling me sport or partner. Definitely not fucking bro. I'm your pilot, plain and simple. You want to talk about the mission? Fine. You want to get cozy? You can forget it. Remember all that, and we'll get along just fine.
I still have some things I need to take care of before we leave.
All right. Go on then. Get your shit sorted. I'll be here, waiting.
I can't just take time off. We're just waiting on Chicago.
So tell me about...
State police dropped...
You ran...
Couldn't see his face.
That's a...
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up...
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time.
Quick snatch and grab.
So we've already decided.
We just need to talk to him. Getting into Gollum isn't the...
Not even the state police.
They can't. Blackmail would be more apt.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part.
He stays quiet and guarantee.
I've made a deal with an ARC prospect.
You trust him?
We have to. Sokol will meet you at a...
You ask me.
These days,
When Rucker was...
Rucker is a man of...
Man's a zealot.
He's a sus...
You really believe our...
ARC has had the mean...
Even Dubai?
Gollum isn't a concentration.
I find that hard to...
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to tell us, Rucker, and bring him in, Agent.
Let's get this over.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen.
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
Nah. I like my limp. Keeps me honest.
You're my only backup on this one. Before we leave, I'd like to know you've actually got my back.
Trust me. I flew 10 years in the SAAF and 5 in the private sector moving corporate heads. And in all that time, I've never lost a fare.
How many years with TF-29?
2, which is a year and a half longer than you from what I understand. So you want to keep talking resumes, waste more of our time? Or will you trust me to get the job done?
I still have some things I need to take care of before...
All right. Go on then. Daylight's wasting, boy. In case you haven't noticed. You good to go yet?
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss. Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? I was in Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen, I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.
Usually, a humanitarian disaster like this would get a lot of press in foreign aid. But given that these are augmented people...
Jděte pryč. Běžte někam jinam.
There's a deluxe model.
Beat it. I'm not interested. Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable? I need just a little. Perhaps I can find a blanket. You have so much and I have nothing.
Koukejte, odsud vypadnou.
Please.
Take a good look. I won't be here long. I'm only trying to get back on my feet.
Nechci nic slyšet, jděte pryč.
From here too.
One more dip. That's all I need. Then I can get...
Fucking can't feel my toes, man.
I don't suppose you've got any neuropazine you can spare, do you?
Here. Looks like these people need it more than I do.
That's very kind of you. I wasn't expecting. A word of advice? You might want to keep a low profile tonight. Golem City can be sketchy in the best of times. This definitely isn't one of them.
Why? What's happened?
Haven't you heard? Terrorists try to blow up Ruzika Station. And even though people here couldn't have had anything to do with it, the cops need someone to blame.
Where I come from, cops are supposed to be the good guys.
What planet is that? Because where I come from, the police have been militarizing for years, wasting money and inciting deep levels of mistrust between them and the very people they're supposed to protect.
Is that what's happening in Golem City?
It's happening all over the place. The cops in Golem are a special breed. They control everything here. Food, drugs, neuropazine, and not all of them think very highly of us ARCs.
These cops, they're looking for members of ARC?
We're all members of ARC to them, one way or another. And some of us may have even done bad things, but not the kind of things the rest of the world says we've done.
Sounds like you support ARC.
Why shouldn't I? The Augmented Rights Coalition was started with the best of intentions, as a non-violent way to confront injustices and advance the cause of augmented rights.
Okay. But in my experience, the best of intentions often go awry.
That may be true, but right now Talus Rucker and ARC are the only things keeping people in Golem alive. Trust me, they're the good guys.
I'm getting the impression that you see ARC and Talus Rucker as some kind of augmented Robin Hoods. How well do you know the man?
I met Talus years ago in India. We were both humanitarian aid volunteers back then.
Is he a good man? The press paints him as a narcissist.
He has his faults, but I wouldn't believe everything you see on Pacus News.
Does he visit this area of the complex much?
You know, you've been asking me an awful lot of questions.
It's just that I heard Rucker didn't get augmented voluntarily, so I'm wondering how that kind of experience colors a man's perspective around people who did.
Talus was always passionate about the ability of neuroaugmentations to heal people's bodies and souls. His accident only strengthened his beliefs.
Is he still an idealist then, after everything that's happened?
Listen to his daily broadcasts. He believes people will usually do the right thing in time. They just need to discover what the right thing is.
I see. Well, thanks for the warning, Doc.
I hope you'll take it to heart.
Living like this.
Oh man, I need a hit. Fuck!
Look, we are understaffed, underfunded, and underprepared for the sheer number of people here.
Oh man, I need a hit. Fuck! Fucking can't feel my toes, man.
You must submit to an identification scan.
Initiate security scan.
Welcome to Golem City, Clank.
Get the hell out of here, Clank. You've been cleared through the checkpoint already.
Living like this.
Fucking can't feel my toes, man.
It took us a few decades to advance to the same point that Europe and Asia. Now,
My friends. Senseless violence made it up. At the feet of all augmented. Not simply Ark. And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve. The strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication.
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted.
Some of our own were killed in the attack at Rosika Station.
Just block it out.
But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that many of you are fearful of the wake of such violence, I urge you not to become
I can't feel my toes, man.
to intimidate, accuse, perhaps worse. And some of you will be tempted to strike out. Strike back. Please. I urge you to refrain. More violence will only escalate the situation. It will only serve to strengthen their justification. I know it is optimal to lay down your oppressors, but only like this will Benton be accepted into somebody else. I speak to all of you, not as the leader of ARC, but as your neighbor, friend. Our only solace will be the knowledge.
I need a hit. Fuck.
Right.
That's annoying.
Around the clock. Around the world.
No shelter, no food, no fucking hope.
Just block it out.
So long now.
I can't feel my toes, man.
It must be somebody else.
I cried.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
My friends. This most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our all augmented, not simply Ark. And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve. The strength strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our proclamation, despite our dedication to the peaceful advancement,
Anomaly detect. Access granted.
despite the fact that some of our own were killed in the attack at Rosika Station. But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that men
Sleeping like this. Fuck.
We heard the cops showed up and beat some guy to death.
Yes, it was horrible.
Did he, you know?
Not now. Wait a second.
Did he, you know? Did you see anything? Did he, you know? Do anything?
He gave them some attitude when they hassled him, but it was slick. He deserved that.
That sounds familiar.
Everywhere we go today, cops looking at us sideways, accusing us, assuming we're criminals.
Some teenagers threw Molotov cocktails at them. Hang on a second.
Leave us alone.
Some teenagers threw Molotov cocktails at them. The cops beat me so. One of those poor kids died.
Well, they tried to set them on fire.
Hey, you're either with us or against us.
Wrench.
That's what everyone says when they're cold.
You knew?
Okay, let's go. We hate each other. With my partner, the shit is about to go down. You don't want to be in the streets. That's what everyone says when they're cold. Okay, let's go.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Go down, you don't want to be on the streets. These stations will be even worse. That's what everyone says when they're called. That's good. We've got the crowd thinking we hate each other. When my partner gets here, I escort you to our safe house. All the shit that's about to go down, you don't want to be on the streets. And the police station will be worse. That's what everyone says when they're caught. Clank. Shut up! I will have to assume you intend to attack me. That's good. You're under arrest. Get over there.
Calm yourself, sir.
When my partner gets here, we'll escort you to our safe house.
This is your last warning.
Go down, you don't want to
Take a walk.
Hands up! You're under arrest! That's what everyone says when they're caught. Clank.
You're not a martyr. You're just a loudmouth idiot.
Okay, that's good. We've got the crowd thinking we hate each other.
You
when my
sicken.
partner gets here, we'll escort you to our safe house. All the shit that's about to go down, you don't want to be on the streets. That's what everyone says when they're caught.